Restarting. So, good afternoon. It is May 19th, 2020, shelter in place. And we're going to continue with Creature Feature Week by drawing some Pygmy Owls today. We're going to be using graphite pencils by the General Pencil Company. This is a Kimberly 4B. My go-to. We're going to be using a high polymer eraser by Pentel, a kneaded eraser by Prismacolor, shaped like a teardrop. I'm going to be using a Milan Sway hand pencil sharpener, as well as the Butterfly Original Snoopy Doghouse sharpener that I use all the time. Today we're going to be drawing Pygmy Owls. We're going to be using this space here, doing a landscape. So the first thing we're going to do is kind of divide our page up, and we're going to use kind of not quite the whole side here, but we're going to try and create a goodly spot for our owls to reside in. So I'm going to be using a lot of vertical lines here on this side. So this is going to be a saguaro cacti. I'm going to use the majority of the left side, almost to the middle of this page, to describe what's going on here. So what I'm doing is, this is actually a offshoot branch of the saguaro. I hope I'm saying it right. I might not be. That's okay. Hello, Lauren. No. And so we're going to actually have kind of a cutout shape within the saguaro, which is going to be housing some Pygmy Owls. So we're going to erase this. All these lines we're going to get rid of. And right now it is AP testing week for a lot of schools. Good luck to everybody taking your AP test. A very stressful time for a lot of kids. Okay, we're gonna put the horizon line again. We'll see. I'm gonna put some mountains in the background here. Okay. Put some chaparral in the back too as well. Maybe some other saguaro in the background. They're cool looking. Kind of scary. Yeah, there's kind of a central kind of branch, I guess you might call it, that comes up. And then these other branches that kind of come out. Put some taller ones in the back. Don't necessarily want to fall on them though, do you? Maybe put some other trees in the background. Maybe some rocks. maybe a path of some sort. All right. Some barrel cacti. Yeah, I won't get too crazy. Just putting in some information back here. Some prickly pear cacti. Yeah. Okay. So again, good luck to all the kids who are busy today, taking their AP tests. The art AP test happens next Tuesday. It's not really a test, it's the time where students are uploading their portfolios to the AP website through the digital submission portal. Making sure they get their work in on time. Hasn't been easy doing this during this weird shelter-in-place time, but we're doing the best we can as instructors as well as the students who are in the process of uploading their stuff. It's not been easy. Struggle's good though. Struggle is really good. Okay. So we kind of have a cool little background going on here. All right. So now to the cuteness at hand. So we're going to have two owls living in here together. And there are, what I've realized? Owls are not necessarily easy to draw. They are actually quite difficult. So we're going to have kind of a looky-loo owl, and it's kind of twisting its head. So we're going to do kind of I'm going to have a little bit of overlap, and I'm going to cut that section off later, but we're going to make kind of a river baroque kind of shape, squished. And we're going to have another one right here. Okay? Kind of occupying the same space. I'm going to have another one right here. So notice how I'm using circles as just a proportional kind of placeholder for everything. So what's kind of cool is we're going to use two eyes, and owls have very large eyes. They hunt at night. Okay. And we're also going to draw kind of a circle right here for the large part of the beak that incorporates their nostrils. We're going to draw a straight down line. Okay. We're going to connect from there to there to make the beak. And then we're going to kind of combine those. See that? And then at the top here, we're going to kind of go this way. Instead of like filling that out, we're going to go there. See that? And that's going to be our owl beak. All right. And we're going to put kind of the little nostrils right here that are adjacent to the beak shape we just made. See that? This is like the hardest thing that you're going to draw related to this drawing. I'm going to draw two large pupils, just like that. Our light source is going to be coming from the right-hand side. So we're going to do a cast light just like that. Darken those, just like so. Alright, now we're going to kind of start filling in all the information around here. So just darkening the areas around the owl's eyes, just like so. Okay. And these are animals that are, of course, covered in feathers. So then we're also going to do these little circles around the nostrils. Okay. I know it looks really weird right now, but it's all going to come together. Okay. Just going to use this to kind of get rid of that circular reference, which is totally fine. And then we're going to kind of sketch in the contrasting feathers that frame the eyes. Okay, just like so. And we're going to shade those a little bit more. My wife says I draw very scary, kind of mad-looking owls. And, you know, to be truthful, that's actually not a bad assessment. I do tend to draw owls that look kind of grumpy. Or mean. It's unintentional, though. I don't know why. I mean, they are really cute. So I'm going to put a little shadow on there. There we go. Okay. Okay, now, so we have kind of a cool basis for our first owl. We're going to start on our second owl. I'm going to draw 2 eyeballs. And again, placeholders. We're going to draw that small circle. That's going to be our reference point for our beak. See that? Boom. I'm going to connect them. Connect them. And at this top point, we're going to pull in just like so. Okay? There we go. Put our 2 little nostrils right there. Circle them up. Add our pupils, and we're off to the races. Gaslight. Just like so. Okay. Square up the eyes a little bit. And we're off to the races. Same thing. We're going to frame up, because these are going to be lighter feathers around that frame the eyes. Everything else is going to be a little bit darker. Okay. can do with their heads. So right now I'm just framing things out and feathering. Here we go. All right. So we have our reference points in now. Owls have that unique ability to kind of turn their heads in weird directions without having much consequence for like their necks. So right now I'm just adding texture, because this guy is obviously peeking through. There we go. Lauren, you have an AP test today? Most kids I've been talking to have been stressing over AP Bio. That was yesterday, though. I hope you didn't have AP Bio, bro. I hope. Okay, so we're also going to figure out the chest feathers, etc. Give this guy a little bit more room. There we go. Cool. A lot of times as I'm drawing, I'm also trying to figure out composition and placement. So as you're watching me draw, a lot of times I'm changing things as I'm going. It happens. It's a part of the process. Once things are defined, so I'm gonna kind of work on these divisions. These spaces between what are actually kind of three-dimensional things here. So they kind of do this. This is going to take a little time. And then they have these little nodules here that hold those things we all hate, which are the actual things that bite us if we get hit by a cactus. Right? So as I get the form down, I'll definitely spend more time cleaning things up and darkening my eyes. Right now, I'm just trying to capture form. So I'm using searching lines, shading, refining as I'm going through this, making notes with my pencil. Not using a sharp pencil, I want to use something more rounded. Yeah. So right now I'm going to use directional lines to kind of define this branch coming off. Okay, like that. There we go. There we go. We're getting there. So can't forget the nodules. Those actual spikes themselves. So I'm just putting notes in here where I'm going to put those. Okay. Same thing on these guys. Thank you. Joe McCarty, how you doing, brother? I am super impressed with the beard. Man alive. I have super beard envy with all you guys that can grow beards. Anytime I grow my hair out, it looks super patchy. I don't have huge chasms between where hair grows and where it doesn't grow. So, props. I do not have that ability to grow a beard. I can grow a Fu Manchu, but I don't really want to look like a Chinese pirate. So, I don't think anybody really sets out wanting to look like a Chinese pirate, honestly. I mean, who wouldn't want to be Chow Yun Fat, but, you know, not really my cup of tea. Alright. So, and these will be the last things that I do in the little nodules, but to make them look three-dimensional, we're going to shade one side and kind of curve it around, keep it really kind of messy, because they look like really bad boils erupting with spikes that will make your day really a bad day. I'm going to put dark little squiggles on one side because I don't have much time left. I got about 34 minutes and I have a meeting at 1 o'clock, so Zoom meetings, my favorite. Okay. Well, I guess we all want what we can't have, right, Derek? We all want what we can't have. Like, I want a beard. You know, some people want hairless legs like me, or hairless arms. I don't know. We all want what we can't have. That's true. I've never been able to grow a beard. But You're one of the lucky ones, right? Or unlucky ones. That's what you're saying to me. It's just another thing to kind of manage, right? The things you kind of got to get up and deal with. I get it. But yeah, we all want what we can't have. Alright, so now I'm going to use a sharper pencil to start going in and kind of working on all the other details, and I'll hit all this afterwards. So I'm going to use my pencil, more pressure at the very beginning so it's a wider line, and then less pressure as I go away. Some longer ones. Kind of look like warts, almost, with really awful hair coming out. Yeah, I guess so, like warts. And keep them irregular. You know, you want them to be kind of believable. And I'll come back to do these afterwards, because I have a lot of work to do. We're still finishing up the cactus. So I'll save those for later. Shade. Make this side really dark. Darken in here. And then kind of curve those lines as I'm going up. And then smooth out. Same thing. Little cross hatching and directional. Okay. Yes. So a lot of people ask me, what are you going to do if you have to start the next school year, online? Well, I'm going to do more of the same, but a little bit more formal. Definitely more formal, because it's going to have to be. I'm going to do a lot of the introductory stuff as videos and a little bit of lecture, but I'm going to model my approach to teaching online, if we go to distance learning, a little bit more like a college art class. That will be online. And I'm going to have more videos, shorter videos, more instructional videos that are a little bit shorter. And I'll have more guided practice for when we meet. Because I haven't had kids be obliged to meet through Zoom yet. Because not everybody has the ability to meet online because of inequity of technology distribution. But hopefully when we get back, we'll be able to solve that problem. Cole Dickman. Hello, Dickman. Hello, Mia. You. Mia, by the end of this week, your cap should be done. We just gotta coordinate when I'm gonna give it to you or where. Or if I have to ship it to you. I gotta do a couple more too. So you're not the only one. Got a couple college graduates asking me for some help. All right. So we're gonna go real dark here. Because you're inside the cacti. It can get pretty dark with a 4B. That's for sure. All right. Grab another pencil. Start working on the Pygmy Owls a little bit more. So I'm using shading here that rotates. Notice how my marks are going around. I'm going to use that same technique as I go through. And also kind of round my marks. Just like that. And on the bottom. And I want my marks to kind of define the edge too as well. So I'm going to put a lot of pressure on this edge. And make sure it's also going in the right direction. And I'm also going to use strategic marks here to show variances in the value as I'm going through. So it looks like it's got changes. See that? And the color and tone. Okay. Same thing for the chest feathers, but we're going to go over here to this guy and do the same kind of thing. Rotating. Okay, edge. Define that edge. this in, creating texture and dimensionality just with changes in weight and value. See that? Cool. Cool stuff. Now, directional lines. We're also going to create value variances to show little specks and stuff. This might be the first couple of cute owls I've ever created. Okay. Now we're going to incorporate some dark areas and light areas in the chest area of these guys. And we do that by chunking certain areas. Just like that. There we go. Now, this is going to be kind of a reference to wings. So we're going to show those just like that. Oh my goodness. 20 minutes. Goodness. And to make this look kind of believable, we're going to have these kind of overlap. Just like so. Okay. Same thing that we're doing over here. These are going to be darker though, because these are more in the shadow. Boom. All right. Make these areas a little bit darker. Okay. We got a good drawing going so far. Okay. So we're going to finish shading all this other stuff. Beautiful. And we're going to go through and just finish up the rest of this drawing. So we're using cross hatching again, just like we did on the parts up above. And we're going to create directional lines. Notice how I'm curving my line from this middle part dividing these two sections. I'm going to do the same thing over here. Just like so. Hello, Zane. Keep sending work, brother. So I'm just finishing up the saguaro cactus. Okay. I often have to change pencils because they get to a certain point and then they're dead. Okay. Gonna be making peanut butter cookies later on today. Looking forward to that. Look, a lot. Okay, 15 more minutes. I think we're gonna make it, yo. I think we're gonna make it. Okay. Now that we have that, we're gonna grab a sharp pencil to do our obligatory cactus needles. Okay, we'll do some coming off the side. Same thing over here. Right? Cool. Not scary at all, right? Now we're just going to finish up with the landscape behind. We're going to spend some time now working on just darkening some of these areas. Okay, I'm going to put this in shadow over here. Distant grip on your pencil. I'm going to spend a little time just darkening some of the edges here. Okay. Simple, simple. And then create some variance within the shadows. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna darken these areas on this other saguaro to make it look three-dimensional. But we're not going to spend a lot of time doing what we did with this one. We want to create an illusion of depth, but we don't want to get too detailed. It will take away from our focal point. Alright, okay. I'm going to put shadows here. Arabella, how you doing? Good day to you. So we're gonna put chaparral tree here in kind of a silhouette. Show maybe a couple branches. Boom, boom, boom. Smooth all that out. Put a rock or two in here. More chaparral. Hints and brushes. Now this is where you get really kind of sketchy. This is where I'm going to get really sketchy. And then show kind of a weird path coming down here. Another rock. Keep it really loose. Darker on this side. Go. And then maybe a prickly pear, cactus. I'm just going to shade that. Keep it very simple. Keep it very simple. And then maybe a cactus barrel. Yeah. Rock. Keeping it really sketchy here. Okay. And that, my friends, pretty much wraps up our drawing. You know, these cute little guys. Thank you for joining me today here on May 19th, Tuesday, for Creature Week. We're going to continue tomorrow with a drawing of either a leafy or scrubby sea dragon. I'm not really sure. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you tomorrow. Stay home, stay safe. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.